Hey everyone, this is episode 0 of the LGS Podcast. I just wanted to do this episode because I wanted to give you a bit of backstory about like why I'm starting it and the direction I want it to take. So my name's Jason Emery. I've been skateboarding for 18 years. So started, 2004, I think that was. I love it. Always have, and hopefully always will. I grew up and still am in Cambridgeshire. So skated a lot at St. Neots Skate Park. Now I live in Huntingdon, which is nearby. Skated a lot of other parks around here. So I always wanted to be able to work in skateboarding. I guess, being a pro skater would have been cool, but that wasn't on the cards for me. I'm good, but I'm not professional level. And I guess I managed to fall into being a skateboard coach, which is pretty cool. I started teaching in 2015 with Skates and Ladders over in London. And then in 2016, that's when I set up Let's Go Skate. I've done stuff with schools, off school clubs, lots of private lessons, corporate work, all that kind of stuff. And Let's Go Skate continues to grow. So I guess about 2 years ago, I had the idea of doing a podcast. Always looking at a way to get exposure, and podcasts on the rise. More and more people want to listen and consume them. So I thought, okay, like I can talk quite a lot. I'm good at blabbing, and I love talking about skateboarding. So a podcast could be a good thing for me. My initial idea was just to chat with regular customers, so parents that book me for their children. Reason for this is because it's quite unique. I thought it would be cool to delve into some of the things that parents have to go through when their child gets interested in skateboarding. A very common thing that people would ask me would be like, what first skateboard should I buy for my child? Other things would be, are skate parks safe? Like, should they be wearing like helmets? Like that sort of thing. Helmet sizes. Kids have different shaped heads. So basically, I would realize that parents were having lots of different struggles when it came to getting their children started with skateboarding. And I kept repeating myself over and over. So I thought to myself, how cool would it be if I got these parents on, chatted to them on a podcast, and then they could share it all, we could get it all out, and then other parents would listen to that instead of me having to say it all over again. So that was 2 years ago. Now, that was kind of when the COVID lockdowns kicked in, like March 2020. I think it's more like April I wanted to do it. I never got around to it though. So why did I not get around to it? So I kind of was procrastinating. I procrastinated because I couldn't like settle on a format. So when I say a format, like, did I want to do it in person or do it over the internet? Did I want to have video, or would I be happy with just audio? These were the types of things that were bothering me and basically made me procrastinate. And I never got around to it. But it's always been there in the back of my mind. And then I guess as time went by, I always knew I was going to get to this point. Now I'm here doing it. It's just when. And then I started realizing that I can do more than just talking to parents. Like, I love skateboarding and I want to talk about other things. So that came into play, and then I had to start thinking, like, how would I be able to implement other people into here? Because I teach skateboarding, like, can I still talk to people about things outside of that? So I had that little dilemma going on in my head. And then the final bit, this is a silly thing, I was just getting frustrated on the idea of, should I do seasons or just episodes? So like, I was thinking, maybe season 1 would be just for parents. Season 2 could be with like professional skateboarders. Season 3 could be with skate park makers. I don't know. I was going down that rabbit hole. But I think I've needed this time to get my head clear of it, because I've been consuming more podcasts myself, understanding how other people organize it all. And I finally got to the point where I was like, okay, I know how I want to do it now. I just want to do lots of episodes, just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up, see how far I can go. And I will loosely categorize each one. So I'm going to get into the different types of categories, because I think people will like different types of content that I create. So as I say, a parent might like to listen to another parent, but they might not be too fussed to hear about the stories of a professional skateboarder and how they came to be, whereas other people would. So I'm going to have loose categories. I'm just about to talk about them, just looking on my iPad to make sure I hit all the topics. I'm trying to do this all in one cut, so I don't want to edit it. And I'm hoping to keep it going as long as possible. Like, this will now be part of my business plan, I guess, for Let's Go Skate, growing it forwards, having really good conversations with people. And I'm hoping to do one a week. I've done a few already. I'll get to that in a sec. But some of the topics, obviously, I've discussed the parents topic. Another big topic. This is the big one that's been coming up a lot. Is middle-aged people getting back into it. So I was on television with BBC recently because they wanted me to discuss about how skateboarding is good for the mental health of people, middle-aged getting into it. And I think there's a lot of conversation that can be had around that. So one of my topics would be to chat with people that have just got into it in, I say older life, and the experiences they have, because those people fear of falling off and making a fool of themselves. Like, are they welcomed in a skate park? All that kind of stuff. Instructors as well. So like as an instructor myself, I'm really interested to find out experiences of other instructors. We can have conversations on our teaching styles, our views on like sharing skate parks with others and all that kind of stuff. So good conversations to have there. Professionals and influencers, kind of similar kind of style. That'll be chatting to people that have like a fairly big social media following from skateboarding and like how they manage to handle that, any like fame that they might have, or just professional skateboarders, stories of like missions they've gone on, like recording skateboard tricks, video parts, all that kind of stuff, because that'll be cool to chat to someone about. Interesting topic that I want to get into would be skateboarding advocates. So that is the type of person that doesn't actually skateboard themselves, but has a story to share, which I think could really educate people. So one example would be if a counsellor has spent time getting a skate park built. Something I get a lot these days is, Jason, how'd you get a skate park built? And I'm learning and I'm understanding like how it works. But what better way than to hear from people that have done it firsthand? And it might not be building a skate park. Let me just try to think on the top of my head. It could just be someone that's a youth worker and they, hang out with children and some stories that they've had with their children at a skate park or anything like that. And then lastly, my last topic I've got here would be industry workers. So whoever gets to hear the stories of what it's like to build a skate park, how long do they take? What's it like setting the concrete? I don't know, anything like that. Or that's just for skate park design. It could be someone that runs a skate shop or runs a skate company. Like how do they manage to get enough revenue in? Like anything that's helping the skateboard industry go. Those people that are in there doing things, I think some good conversations can be had there. So yeah, pretty much at the end here of this episode 0. I have now recorded 2 episodes already. So the first episode with Elle, he's a middle-aged beginner. That was good. We delved into his little trip to concrete waves recently. That was cool. Episode 2 I've also recorded. That's not actually out yet, but that was with Ricardo, who's down in Brighton, and he talks a lot about how to get funding to be able to do like social skate things and how he's managed to get some skate parks. So and then I'll be doing one tomorrow with Jess, and we'll be chatting a lot about her daughter Eliza and how she's managed to get into skateboarding following my TikTok content, and how that's helped change her life. So final bits would be, hopefully you do enjoy listening to me blab and the conversations that I have. If you do like it, then please do reach out to me. If you want to be on here or you just want to say to me that it's been good listen, you listen to me in the car, in the shower, I don't know, whatever. I like podcasts myself, so hopefully you'll like my one too. And then obviously, any constructive criticism, I'm always down. I don't know how this will go long term. I'm happy I've got my style, I've got my format, and then I know it will just go from there. So, right, I think that's me done. Hopefully you enjoy listening to me.